So if you want your volleys to go like this to this, then this is going to be the video for you. Hey everyone, my name's Tyler Stroik. I'm from Universal Rackets, and in this video, we are going to be teaching you how to hit the backhand roll volley. Many beginner, intermediate, club level pickleball players, they all know the punch volley. You stick your paddle straight out, you turn to the side, and then you punch forward and you block the ball back. When you hit that volley, yes, you will be able to get the ball back, but you will never be aggressive. If you want to take your game to the next level, you need to learn this shot. We're going to be walking you step by step on how to get that shot and tips and tricks to make sure that you execute this shot properly every single time you hit the courts. Once again, when I hit this type of shot, I'm able to not only be aggressive from above the net, but also I'm able to take balls that are neutral or more defensive from below the net, and I'm able to hit up on them and hit a more offensive shot. Now, the first thing that we are going to go over is the proper technique. Now, when you hit this type of volley, I want you to think about it kind of like the same way that you learned your normal backhand volley. Now, if you ever took a Universal Rackets clinic, we teach volleys, and more specifically backhand volleys, because 80% of your volleys are going to be backhand shots. We teach you like this: paddle straight out, turn to the side, extend with your arm and shoulder. First, we teach the dink: paddle straight out, put the paddle down, extend with your arm and shoulder, palm facing forward. Notice when I dink, my palm's facing forward. When I volley, my knuckles are facing forward. I want to extend with my arm and shoulder. This is probably how you hit a backhand volley. Now, when you hit your backhand volley this way, probably 9 times out of 10, your wrist is locked. By having your wrist locked and your paddle be square, yes, again, you are going to be able to get the ball over the net, but you're not going to be able to do anything with it. If the ball is high, clearly you can break your wrist and go down, but many of the shots, again, you're going to just redirect and block the ball back. What we're going to teach you is when you start straight out in front and you turn the paddle to the side, instead of going forward, all you're going to do is point your paddle tip down. Again, paddle straight out and turn the paddle to the side, but the difference between this, what we're teaching you, and a normal volley is your paddle tip, and that's what we are going to get into first. Let's go. So the normal volley, you're going to turn your paddle to the side and you're just going to go forward. You're going to block the ball back. For the backhand roll volley, after you get to this position, you are going to drop your paddle. Again, step number 1 is paddle out in front. Step number 2 is you're going to turn it to the side and drop your paddle. Now let's break it down into step 1A and step 1B. When I start with my paddle straight out in front, all I'm doing is I'm turning my paddle to the side. Now here is the number 1 reasons why probably a lot of players, they get caught up and they can't hit this shot and they go, oh, this is too much of an advanced shot. I'm not Ben Johns. I'm not good enough. I can't learn this advanced pickleball shot. Here we are. It's because what happens is they turn their paddle to the side, but they also take their paddle back. Again, where you're going wrong if you're trying to accomplish this shot and it's not working, 9 times out of 10 is because when you turn your paddle to the side, you're taking your paddle back. Notice when I turn my paddle to the side, I'm using my wrist. I'm not using my whole arm and my whole body. So step number 1A, again, is turn your paddle to the side. Think 12 o'clock here, 6 o'clock back here, 3 o'clock here, 9 o'clock here. Almost forgot the details of the clock, but you want to make sure that you turn your paddle to 9 o'clock. Now, after you turn your paddle to 9 o'clock, now it is time to bring that paddle tip down. The whole thing about this aggressive backhand shot is you're hitting topspin and also you're getting under the ball to lift it up. And how do we do so? We have to get low to high on the ball. So in order to do this, after you turn your paddle to the side, you're going to point your paddle tip down. Now, it's not going to be straight down like 6 o'clock here, 12 o'clock here, 9, 3, right? 6 o'clock or 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It's not going to be straight down vertical, but it's going to be a little bit diagonal around 7, 7.5 o'clock. You want to turn the paddle to the side and then drop it downward. And then that's going to help you get under and up on the ball. Now, how do we drop the paddle properly? It is not rocket science, people. All we're going to do, and this is where players go wrong, is if you want to hit this shot, you cannot have a death grip. Once again, the normal block volley, when you don't break your wrist and you just extend with your arm and shoulder and block the ball back, you can hold the racket firm. You can hold the racket tight. This type of volley, you need to hold the paddle loose. I want you to watch, ready? I'm gonna squeeze my paddle. Look, it's going to be horizontal. Release the paddle. Squeeze the paddle, it's at 9 o'clock. Release the paddle, it's at 7 o'clock. Squeeze the paddle, it's at 3 o'clock if I'm a lefty. Release the paddle, I'm at 5 o'clock. In order to do this, paddle straight out, turn the paddle to the side. In order to get the paddle tip down, you need to release your grip. A great way to release your grip and do this is you're going to hit a couple volleys and you're going to either squeeze the paddle with your index finger and your thumb, or you're going to squeeze your dominant wrist with your non-dominant hand. By squeezing your dominant wrist with your non-dominant hand, you're going to focus on this grip and it's automatically going to hold the paddle loose. So right now we're going to learn this loose grip and turning it and being loose, and I'm going to show you the 2 exercises that I want you to do. And stay tuned because I'm going to be giving you even more tips if you're a kinetic learner instead of a more visual learner on how to do this. Let's go. So you can do drop feeds or you can have someone toss the ball. I don't have that luxury right now. Summer camps are going on. The beautiful Pickle Yogi, she is picking up my kids right now while I go out and record my videos. I am very grateful for that. So I have to toss the balls to myself. The one thing that you're going to do is if you toss the balls to yourself, you need to toss the ball up high. The reason why is because you want to make sure that you go through step A and B. If I toss it super low, I'm going to have to rush. So I want it to be high so I can have enough time to really go over step 1A and 1B. So first I'm going to grip the paddle with my index finger and my thumb, and I'm going to just hit volleys, right? I'm just going to work on doing it. Now notice when I do this, people, I'm not forcing my paddle. I'm not trying to get my paddle down there. Your paddle going low, pointing your paddle tip down, which is going to allow your swing path to be proper to hit this aggressive volley. It's not that you are forcing this to happen. It is happening as a result of you being loose. Once again, when you hit this shot, you're not forcing it to happen. It is happening as a result of you being loose. The next drill that we're going to do again is we're going to squeeze our dominant wrist with our non-dominant hand and do the same thing. In pickleball, my favorite quote, it's hard to do this drill, that's okay. My favorite quote is in pickleball, to gain control, you have to give up control. That was a little bit more difficult than I thought because, I don't know, it messed up my depth perceptions because I was thinking about this and not that. But try it. Have someone feed the ball to you, that would be better. But in pickleball, to gain control, you have to give up control. The more you let the paddle work for you and the less you work for the paddle, the better you are going to be. You need to let the paddle work for you. If you watch all the high-level pro players, when they are being aggressive, it's like they have a paintbrush on court. They're not forcing it to be there. They're just letting their paddle go. Be the artist of your paddle. Don't force your paddle to be in proper positions. And again, if you're trying to incorporate this shot, if it's tight, it is not going to be right. So make sure that you let the paddle work for you. Again, another way that we can think of it is if that doesn't work for you, holding the paddle loose, because a lot of players, even if you tell them to hold the paddle loose, they're still not going to hold the paddle loose, is pretend that the tip of the paddle is weighted. Once again, pretend that the tip of the paddle is weighted. The moment that I release, it's going to fall down, right? Pretend if this is weighted, it's going to fall down. Another thing that you can do is if you still struggle with it, you can break it up by just going step by step in the motion. So you're going to be here, you're going to drop it down, and then you're going to go up. Step 1 out in front, step 2 drop it down, step 3 go up. So just go 1 out in front, 2 to the side, 3 drop it down, then go up. Now I was skipping a step right there, which I shouldn't have done, but again, you want to make sure you start out in front, turn it to the side, drop it down, and go up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is what you should do every single time. So now let's break this backhand roll and what we've learned so far step by step. So remember, 1 out in front, 2 turn to the side, 3 release, point your paddle tip down, and then 4 swing forward. And we're going to get into step number 4 in a second. But another drill that you can do is if you need to break it up, just start with your paddle down. Start with your paddle down and then go up. Again, you're going to be here, go start with your paddle down and then go up. Notice by pointing your paddle tip down, that's going to help you get the back of the ball and hit the ball up. And that's why is if you play advanced level players, they are able to be aggressive from either at or below the net. And the reason why is because their paddle is swinging upwards. Beginner, intermediate, club level players, all they do is they go forwards. They go forwards to the ball. Higher level players, they come up under the ball. And if you really get good at, and we're going to get in the footwork in a second, it's by if you can get into your legs, now you're going to really be able to lift the ball. The higher level you get, the lower players can be aggressive from. So what I mean by that is a beginner player, they're going to be aggressive from up here. As they progress, and as you get even higher level than me, way pro, right? You're going to be able to hit aggressive more from below the net. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to be working on our contact. Now, when we are swinging, our swing path and our contact. So after we're in this position, we're locked and we're ready to go. Once again, after we're in this position, now it's time to fire and let your paddle go. It's time to just let it go. And a lot of players, they can't do this because they're not in the proper position. Now, if you followed this video so far, you are in the proper position and now it's time to shine. So when you're in this position, the next thing that you're going to do is swing forward and up. Notice when I swing, I'm not just swinging upward, I'm swinging forward and then upward when I hit. My swing path isn't just straight up. My swing path isn't just out. My swing path is forward and then out. A great drill to do is get a net or a net post. Now you have to do this really slow, or you can get a beat up paddle or a spare paddle that you don't like. But what you're going to do is you're going to stand 1, 2, maybe 2.5 steps from behind, and you're going to just work on straight out in front, drop the paddle tip down, and then freezing on the net or on the post. Notice this is where I want my contact. I want my contact out in front and away from my body. I'm not just going forward, I'm coming up under the ball. I'm freezing here. Then as soon as I freeze on the net or on the post, then what I'm going to do is then I'm going to swing up. So again, to learn this proper swing path, what you're going to do is you're going to freeze on the net, step number 1, and then you're going to swing up, step number 2. Notice by freezing on the net, that's going to get the ball to go forward, and then by finishing up, that's going to ensure that you swing low to high. Remember, there are 2 main things that you need to do. Number 1 is to hit the ball forward, and number 2 is to hit the ball up. Well, number 1 is to get under the ball, number 2 is hit it forward, and number 3 is to ensure that you're swinging up. You are lifting the ball up, you're not hitting forward. So again, a great drill to do, drill number 1 is get a net post or the net, and you're going to just work on getting in this position, going forward to the ball, and then finishing up. Again, getting in this position, going forward to the ball, and then finishing up. After you do this drill, we have one more drill for you to do to ensure that you're swinging the proper way. Let's go. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the ball on the net or below. Now, if you play with temporary nets, this is going to be kind of difficult. If you have a permanent net, it's going to be much easier. But what you need to do is you need to put the ball in the net and you're going to be in this downward position. Now, after you're in this downward position, you're going to try to roll the ball over the net. Again, you're going to freeze out in front, take 3 or 4 steps back, and then you're going to roll the ball over the net. One more time, you're going to freeze and you're going to roll the ball over the net. After you do that a couple times, what I would do is I would either have someone feed the ball or do a hand feed, so it would kind of look like this. Step number 1, you're going to freeze at the net, roll it over. Step number 2, you're going to take a couple steps back and hit. Step number 1, freeze, roll the ball over. Step number 2, a couple steps back and hit. By doing that, that's going to teach you the exact proper swing path over and over and over again. And remember, practice does not make perfect, practice makes permanent. Now, the next thing that you have to do after you get your paddle out in front, after you turn your paddle sideways, after you point your paddle tip down, and after you make contact and finish forward, you probably have already been thinking about it, but I want to address the follow through. I want you to think of the follow through like 2 things. Number 1, after you hit, you want your paddle tip upwards. Again, you want your paddle tip down prior to contact, and after contact, you want your paddle tip up. Paddle tip down prior, paddle tip up after. The next thing that you can think about, and I want you guys to fully understand this, this is going to perfect your finish, and this is going to ensure that you're swinging low to high every single time. I want you to watch this. When I do this, I am on the left side of the letter V. if I'm a right-handed player. And if I'm a right-handed player, if I'm a left-hand player, I'm on the right side of the letter V. So again, when you hit, I want you to think that you're on the left side of the letter V. When you hit and you put your paddle down, when you finish, you're keeping your paddle on the left side. When you finish as a lefty, you're keeping your paddle on the right side. Where players go wrong is after they swing, they break the wrist. It's never going to work. You need to swing and keep the paddle on that side. Again, when you hit your backhand, you need to swing and keep your paddle on that side. Again, players where they go wrong is that they'll hit and they'll paddle go over there, or they'll hit and they'll paddle will go over there. You never want to do that. You want to just finish and finish up. So think of the paddle tip up, or think left side of the letter V for the right-handed player, or right side of the letter V for the left-handed player, and that's going to ensure that you follow through, get under the ball, and have the exact proper swing. Now, that is when you learn it. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make your V shorter and shorter when you hit. If you're going to be aggressive and hit a high floater ball, that's going to be okay, but if you hit the shot and you're here, right, instead of being all the way up here, when you get more advanced, you're going to lower your follow through. The reason why is so you can be ready for the counter. If you're playing higher level, what's going to happen is if someone goes and hits, or if you hit the ball fast, remember the faster it's going to come back. So instead of being here when I'm learning it, as I get more confident and familiar with it, I'm going to be here or here or here. So now I'm able to block the next ball. So you want to be here and back, here and back. Same thing for the forehand roll. Always make sure that your paddle always ends up in the middle. Think about the middle like a magnet, and every single time, again, your paddle's always going to end up in the middle so you're ready for the next shot. Now let's go back to the court and let's show you step by step and put it all together. After we do that, we're going to teach you how to get into your legs. If you can learn how to incorporate your legs into your shot, you're going to be able to be way more aggressive from below the net, hit lower balls more aggressively, as well as get way more power. I want you to think you have to build from the top down. Instead of like any other sport or any other thing you want to build a foundation, we have to work on all of the swing. And then once we get the swing and the fundamentals down, then we're going to go lower, and then we're going to go into our legs. You're not going to be able to accomplish using your legs if you don't have the proper swing. But now, because you have the proper swing, now we can incorporate it into our legs, and we can make it at least 2 to 3 to 4 to even 5 times better. Let's go. Best way to learn it, what I would do is go step by step by step by step, right? So start out and start telling yourself out loud. By telling yourself out loud, it's going to teach your muscle memory exactly how to do it, to the point that you're literally going to be going paddle out, turn to the side, point it down, finish up. Paddle out, turn your paddle to the side, point it down, finish up. Give yourself certain things to say to allow yourself to get into a rhythm and allow your muscle memory to register it. So we're going to do that step by step. Paddle out in front, turn to the side, paddle tip down, paddle tip up. Paddle out to the side, paddle tip down, paddle up. Now notice, I'm going step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Now, once you start understanding that and getting confident, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then eventually it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So now we're going to make it even more fluid. As soon as you get confident in it, you're going to make it more and more fluid. So paddle tip down, or straight out to the side, tip down, tip up. Straight out to the side, tip down, tip up. And then you're going to make it one full motion. Now what I do, and because I've been doing this for so long, over and over again, I've been hitting thousands and thousands of balls. What I do for myself personally is think paddle tip up, paddle tip down. Where I go wrong is sometimes I like to come on top of the ball. So what I need to do for myself every single time when I want to hit the shot is tip up, tip down, tip up, tip down. Paddle tip down prior to contact and up after contact when I hit. By doing that, that solves my problem personally when I want to try to hit the shot. What you're going to do is you're going to find where you go wrong, and you're going to create certain things to say out loud and remember, so next time you're on court, you can incorporate it into your own game. Now, if you're ready, we're going to teach you the hack to hit way aggressive, get way more power, and be more aggressive from below or at the net. The cool thing about this is if you play at a recreational level, or even maybe a 3-0, 3-5, 4-0, even 4-5 level, if you're not playing pro, If you can incorporate this one thing, people are going to think that you're so good, and it's really not because you're that good. Well, you are that good, but it's because you know this one hack. This is a hack that not many pickleball players understand. And the reason why is because they don't come from a prior racket sport background. No, it is no question that I have played Division I tennis. I played tennis for 20 years of my life, and this is where I understand, but all the power, every single thing, every single good thing is made at where? At the kitchen in pickleball, but also where all good things start is from the ground up, and that is from your legs. Now remember, you have to build from the top down. We said you had to get this amazing technique. But now, since we have the technique of paddle out, to the side, paddle tip down, finishing upward, now it is time to put it all together and get this power, consistency, and control, and that is teaching you how to hit from the ground up. Let's go. Okay, first thing is if any of your pickleball opponents are seeing this, God help you, because they are going to be able to rip their backhands after this. So if you share this video, don't share it to your opponents because you do not want them to learn this. Here we are. You guys ready? Here is the secret sauce. Now, here's where beginner, intermediate, non-tennis, even certified coaches, this is what they do. They all hit like this. They hit like this. They hit like this. That's great. That's amazing. That's awesome. But if you want to get better, the first thing that you can think is if you're 6 feet, you want to be 5 feet. If you're 5 feet, you want to be 4 feet. You want to get low. How do we get low? We get into our legs. So the first thing that you're going to do, and maybe a lot of people think, is you got to be low. You got to get into your legs. So we have this paddle straight out to the side, tip down, and we're now in our legs. We're now in our legs. By getting into our legs, if I'm standing straight up, my contact is here, and I'm able to get under the ball. Well, clearly I'm going to make it because what? I'm making contact from above the net. But now if I get into my legs, look, now I'm going to be able to get under the ball and lift it up. So it doesn't matter that the net's higher than my point of contact. If I drop down my center of gravity, I'm going to be making contact below the net, but I'm still able to lift the ball up. Now, this is kind of crazy, and don't do it if it's super hot, but what you're going to do is you're literally going to get into your knees, and you're going to work on doing this. The reason why you're going to do this and work on getting in your knees, it's going to teach you to really go up with your paddle. So by doing this, it's going to teach you how to lift the ball up, realizing if I hit it in the net, what does that mean? That means I need to swing more upward. Again, if you ever hit the ball in the net, you have to swing more upward when you finish. And then what you're going to do is you're going to try to get the exact same contact, but instead of getting on your knees, you're going to squat down. Again, you're going to squat, you're not going to bend at your waist. When players go wrong, they bend at their waist, they're going to hit into the net. You need to squat down and go forward. Think when you're doing a squat, you want to make sure your hips width distance, all your weight's in your heels, and you're going straight down into your heels. You're going straight down into your heels. You're doing the exact same thing while hitting your shot. Now, you can do this for cardio pickleball if you want to get a workout, but just work on through squats and just go down and up, down and up. When you make contact, you need to have your weight in your legs. Then you're going to get a ball, you're going to squat down and go. And go, finishing up and forward. Now, the more height that I want to hit on the ball, and this is just a little nugget, the more height on the ball, the more I'm going to swing up. The more forward I want to penetrate the ball, be aggressive, I'm going to go more forward. The more forward I can go, the more my ball is going to go through the court. Now, we're getting into our legs, we're squatting down, we're getting under the ball, but now we're going to teach you how to get power. So power comes from the ground up. So I want you to think that you're putting all your weight into your legs. You're loading, and then boom, you're exploding up off your legs. I literally want you to think, and if you maybe do it now, or if you've done it back in your college days or whenever you were working out, when you do a squat, you go down like a big squat. Think like Jalen Hurts, Eagles, Super Bowl champs are going to win again this year. Go Birds, but think that you're squatting heavy weight, right? Right? You're going down and then boom, up. You're loading and exploding, right? Same exact type of thing when you're hitting this shot. You're loading, and that's going to help you get under the net. But now if you want to hit a really good shot, watch. Go load, explode. Load, explode. When I load, my paddle tip's going down, and then when I explode up, my paddle is going forward and out. And that is what you need to do. So do a couple balls, get a couple reps, and just really work on loading and exploding into your legs. Paddle down front, load, explode, load, explode. That is what you need to do, and that is how you are going to hit an aggressive shot. Now, we went over what? We went over the exact technique, straight out front, to the side, paddle tip down, paddle tip out. We went over the different types, putting it together. Now we went into our legs, getting low and loading and exploding for power. Now let's talk about what type of ball to hit. Let's go. Now, one of my favorite balls to do this shot on personally is when you're dinking, it can be on the right or the left side, and someone tries to go in the middle or someone tries to go down the line if you're on the left side, and you're literally going to reach over and go forward. Now, if you know this shot and you watch this video, you're going to have all the tools to learn this shot. Many recreational pickleball players, many players who aren't even pro, they don't expect them to know this shot. This is the only type of shot that you see Ben Johns or Andre Descu. And the reason why is because they didn't watch this video, right? Maybe. But what you can do though is they're not going to be expecting this, right? So this always happens, especially a lot of rec games. The funny thing is though, is after you do it a couple times, they're going to know that this shot is in your pickleball arsenal or your tool belt, and then they'll be ready for it. But if you're ever looking to impress anyone, impress your girlfriend that you're playing, or maybe you're playing mixed doubles and you want to make a good thing, I don't know. But what you're going to do is you're going to dink, you're going to dink, you're going to dink, you're going to dink, and then they're going to try to go in the middle, and they're going to think that either A, you're going to let it go or something, but you're going to literally just go forward and get them. Again, a great time to do this is if you're in a dink, rally straight ahead, and you're going straight ahead to the person, going straight ahead, you're dinking, you're dinking, you're dinking straight ahead, and that person's going to bail out on their dinks. They're going to probably give you a ball over here, and then you're going to reach over and just go right down the middle. So again, the best situation to do it is while you're in a dink rally. If someone speeds the ball up or tries to get out, bail out of the dink rally, you're going to go and do this shot. It is a great type of shot to do. Now, we went over our legs. We're going to go over our footwork real quick, and then we're going to get in the shot, but make sure you want to get on your outside leg and then go. If you have to cover distance, you don't want to turn your body. You don't want to just reach. If I'm being aggressive and poaching this ball, and we're going to show you the ball that you want to hit, but if you're ever covering court and you want to get this shot, you're going to go here. That was horrible. Let's try one more. Go here. Go forward when you hit. You want to go shoot on your outside leg. And this is a big thing. You want to make sure when you move on the court and you're being aggressive, you want to go side to side. You never want to move backward, because the moment that you move backward, you're giving out distance or giving up difference. So you want to make sure, distance, but you want to make sure that you're shooting out to the side on the ball. You're not moving back and trying to hit. Now, the next type of shot that you can hit on this or use a shot is you can use it when someone's floating the ball up. Maybe your partner, they hit a return. So think, here's me where you want to use a shot. Here's your partner. Okay, your partner hits a good return. They float the ball up. So they're going to be their ball is going to be looking like this. What you're going to do is you're going to go step in front of your partner, which is going to be over there, and you're going to, boom, get the shot. The reason why you want to do this, and if you're confident with this, is number one, your opponent's not expecting you to be aggressive with any type of backhand shot. Number two, even though your partner, if they're right-handed and this is inversed, or if they're lefty, guess what? This doesn't work for you. But, okay, I have my forehand here, right? But maybe my partner isn't fast enough. Maybe they're not moving up to the kitchen properly. Their partner's next shot, after they hit their return, your partner might be back here making contact. You're already staggered up at the kitchen, so you're closer to the kitchen, so you're going to move over and go like that. That is a great situation to use this shot on. And now, as you get more aggressive, you can start using this at a higher level. You can start using it. You don't want to use it when people speed the ball up, but essentially, you want to make sure that you use it when you have time. You want to use it when you have time. Now, it's going to be more difficult to time and also to get when what? When your opponent is going straight at you. I didn't mean to do that. I had a couple clumsy points in this video, but that's okay. We're not cutting out anything, buddy, but we want to make sure the faster it's going to be more difficult, the more you're going to have to go forward. But as you are starting to pick up this shot, you're going to do it on slow shots. Then as you progress, as you get more confident, then you can use it at a faster pace. Another great time that I like to do it is when, say, someone drives the ball, and this is again a little bit more difficult, but someone's going to drive the ball at me. Boom, there we go, drive the ball, flick. And again, think about it. When you are learning, you're doing more of a swing, right? But then as you get better, or the faster the ball comes back, not even as you get better, but the faster the ball comes back, the shorter the swing you need to take. Think, the slower the ball, the bigger of a swing that you can take. The faster the ball, the shorter of a swing you can take, because you don't have time. And the harder you hit, the harder the ball comes back. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was great having you guys here. I appreciate all your support. You guys have been amazing, and I am hoping that I'm helping you become a better pickleball player. Now, as I mentioned before in this video, do not share this video with your opponents. They're going to have a lethal backhand. Now, instead of just blocking their backhand back, now they're going to be able to really swing and roll and flick their backhand and be aggressive and have it as a weapon. However, if you're not playing these people in the next month, maybe even the next 2 months in a tournament or in a event that means something, make sure to share it with your friends. Sharing to your Facebook group, your pickleball group, whoever, sharing this video to anyone but your opponents is way more effective than subscribing, liking, even giving me a monetary tip. If you guys can share this video and help spread the word and spread this channel, that would mean so much to me. I hope you guys had an amazing time. Have a good one. Happy hitting. Make sure to check out this awesome paddle. Link in the description for a discount. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time on court. Later.